pain in my hip that had been there off and on for maybe a year or two, and it had gotten severely worse. It would come and go, and so I assumed it was arthritis. Doctor referred me for x-rays, didn't seem to be that, so referred me here. That was the original. At its worst, when it would come and go, most of the time I would take an ibuprofen. Seemed to happen later at night. Take an ibuprofen, go to bed, it would be fine. But at its worst, it needed something more than ibuprofen. I mean, it was, as opposed to a scale of 1 to 10, it was, how much medication do you need to make this go away? First of all, the place here is extraordinarily friendly. And that would seem like it ought to be obvious, but it wasn't. It's uniquely different here in terms of people call you by name when you walk in the door. When you leave, everybody's, "Hi, how you doing?" It's a smaller environment. Everybody's talking to one another, and it's very positive, friendly, warm feeling. Number two is there was much more hands-on here, but hands-on in terms of like the soreness I had in my back was working up and down, whatever. The other two places I went to was just simply doing exercises that were pretty low key, and thirdly, I mean, certainly here I felt like the therapists were concerned that they would solve the issues. At the other place, while the people there were, I'm sure qualified and whatever, they seemed like they were going through the motions. Okay, you need to do 15 of those, you need to do 5 of these, just that, whatever. Go to this, we'll come back to you. And it was the warmth and the friendliness and the concern wasn't there. But here, I'm guessing because of the relatively lower number of people. Although the first place I went to was extremely small, much smaller than this one. Everybody talked with one another. Everybody, and 2 or 3 people might look at that. That was something that was unique here. That part of the third thing, and that was that you would be. It may be Alyssa one time. It might be Hannah the next time. It might be 1 or 2 of the different. I don't know the guys' names. I'm sorry, but they would all look and analyze and stuff. So you had more than one set of eyes on it. I thought that was a very positive. The person that I did try to refer, we coincidentally ran into each other at our community pool, and she brought up that her husband needed to go in and get some therapy. He'd just gotten a prescription, and I recommended this place, and would certainly recommend here because of the treatment that I got. I wouldn't have any hesitancy to do that at all. I didn't really have any doors that were closed. If the hip pain does not come back, that is a major accomplishment, because the hip pain was sore. It just hurt when it would come. I haven't had it since I've been here, and that's been probably 6-8 weeks. So that alone is but I didn't have any restrictions. I feel normal. I feel probably a little bit better overall than normal, because I've been doing exercises that work on some things that, I'm kind of a slug around the house. Don't get enough. Well, I do play pickleball, but I don't get enough exercise as it is, and so doing even the lightweight exercises they end up stretching and using some muscles that I haven't used, in a long time. So I actually feel better. And the biggest thing, which I mentioned earlier to Christy, was that, and Hannah, was that I was able to, I reacquainted myself with good posture, standing up straight, putting my shoulders back, because that's one of the exercises I was doing a lot. And said, oh yeah, that's how that's supposed to be. And it feels so much better when I sit that way, when I stand that way, etc. So that was a plus above and beyond just the elimination of pain.